Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the B&B podcast. This is your host, B. Hopefully, you're well and safe during troubled times. I have a very special guest. This is actually one of my good friends.
Yes, sir.
And this episode is going to be, let's say, a special occasion to going away from, it's personal development, but it's going to be shying away from that. So, brother, please introduce yourself.
My name is Omar Grimes, man, aka OG Lowry from Dallas, Texas, man. And this is one of my closest friends right here, my brother. So, I had to come through and support B&B Podcast.
Appreciate
man.
it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. So, episode 27 has to tie into love and relationships. And
mix it up.
and as young men, we have to facilitate ourselves out in the public. We have to always be aware how women are watching us, how we approach them, and how we entertain them. Not entertain them, but how we show ourselves.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that?
Well, I think today's generation of women are more cautious because they tolerate less in our generation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
They're softer, basically.
they're softer basically, and they just want. To me, they're selfish because they want what they want, and they're inconsiderate of men. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
for example, they want things right now. So I might not have a lot of money right now, but they want everything right now. You know what I'm saying? They want me to spoil them. They want gifts. They want money. They want me to send money, pay for nails, pay for hair. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't get that, they're pursuing the next guy. You know what I'm saying? Who has that? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like this generation of women are kind of selfish, kind of childish, and you know what I'm saying, in the way they think. But we're going to get there.
Right. So when it comes to me, I do agree with you. I think women in today's society, they're really, I think it's the whole generation of it's men and women. We're really materialistic. We have this like flex culture where we have to like show our best. We have to do our best. And sometimes the best thing for us is, try to like lay back, try to do our own thing. And I think that's the best thing for men to approach women, how to attract women. If you have a purpose, if you're sticking to your grind and you're doing your own thing, then it's gonna follow. Yeah. But there are women out there who will take advantage.
Oh yeah, they'll take advantage for sure.
Of a man who doesn't know that kind of stuff and exploit them, like you said, for money, some status or anything she can use to bring to the table.
Yes, exactly. And then the problem I have is that it's a lot of women, and I'm not just going at the women, ladies. You know what I'm saying? I'm just discussing some of the concerns I have. That most of the women in my generation are just hungry for finding a baller. You know what I'm saying? Or that successful man, as instead of finding success themselves. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of women that's just hungry. You know what I'm saying? Hungry for finding a successful man.
But they don't want to put the work.
They don't want to put the work in themselves. You know what I'm saying? But if we're putting the work in, I understand a man is supposed to take care of a woman. But if we're sacrificing and we're putting our blood, sweat, and tears, y'all have to give us something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not just sex or whatever. It has to be
mutual.
To me,
respect.
mutual, 50-50. You know.
All right. Let me ask you a question. So, you bringing this up? Did you experience these situations in previous relationships or maybe now?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all what happened in my previous relationship.
If you don't mind me asking.
Okay, no, it's fine, man. You know me. So in my previous relationship, I didn't have that much. I was just getting out of the army. I was living in Dallas. Dallas is very expensive. I was working, of course, but I was making ends meet, car payment, bills, this and that, and still finding time to spoil her and make sure she's straight. So, long story short, this is why I say by impatient and selfish and wanting everything right now, instead of just, believing in your partner and grinding with them. It was this dyke that was sending her money and spoiling her. And she ended up leaving me for the dyke.
She was bisexual?
She wasn't even bisexual.
But the fact that she had money.
The fact that the dyke had money, You know what I'm saying? She was a truck driver, so she was making like three grand, 4 grand a week, and she was just spoiling her, spoiling her. You know, I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't cheating. I wasn't doing anything. You know, I was giving her my attention, everything. Even the little that I had, I was giving it to her. But,
Right.
you know, that's just one situation that I've seen out of many. You know, I'm not the first to go through this. And this is what I was explaining. Like, I'm not bitter about it, but it's just like
It's annoying.
it's annoying.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because like it's rough out here. Everything is not just gonna happen like that. You feel what I'm saying? And
It's like nitty gritty. Like you're trying to take
Yeah.
anything advantage. But she appreciated you, right? She respected you.
She respected and she appreciated me, but you know, it's just like she's not gonna say no to what's being
what comes to her.
Yeah, what comes
Right.
to her, what's being given to her, what's being offered to her, you know. So
Well, I do have something to say about that. So I think women who do that, I think they didn't really have a strong role model in their life
Right.
for them to, learn and like adapt to those certain situations. And I think, honestly, it falls into, did she have a father figure?
she had a
And
father
it's like a
figure,
strong
not really
family?
close to her, nah.
Okay.
Not
Well,
really close to him.
I think honestly, it's the father's responsibility, like try to, teach a young woman how to live in this world.
But also to interact, and I don't mean to cut you off, Steve, but
You're
to
good, brother.
interact on that. The father it has to be up to you all young women, man, in our generation to actually listen. Like everybody knows it all. Like we live in a know-it-all generation. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, he was a good father. He tried, but
It was also the daughter's part.
it was also the daughter's part to take it in and understand that it's not just him criticizing, it's him loving you. You know what I'm saying? And looking after and trying to get you to understand. You know, it's not just riding you. Oh, why is he keep talking to me and keep getting on me? No, it's parenthood and it's love. You know what I'm saying?
And
People got to take it in.
And the mother was good too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good one, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think, like you said, I think a daughter has to. Women are really idealistic. They're not really realistic. I'm just being real.
That
and
is
they,
true.
and they don't, and part of their brain doesn't think logically like men.
Yeah, that's true.
And when it comes to love, men and like children, like they love unconditionally for a woman. But when it comes to a woman loving a man, it's like you said, and you've been saying it all along, is the fact that what the man can provide.
Yeah, what can he do? Yeah.
And this woman who's a truck driver, she was getting money and stuff. It's unfortunate, like that draws people in.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this person was good, like emotionally or mentally for him. And I think that's another thing we're going to talk about later. But honestly, it comes to the end of the day of that. I think as long as you stick with your purpose, you just write it out. Always be observant and always keep your emotions in mind.
Yeah.
Not out of control. Then I think it's gonna be fine. Of course, it does take work in a relationship, ladies and gentlemen. It does take a lot of work, and especially the very good ones, the ones that last. You're gonna have to put a lot of effort and a lot of time, and understand that relationships are not. Let's see, help me out.
Relationship is not meant to just go smooth. No relationship would just go smooth.
Right. Thank you.
And like, I think we're so caught up in what we see on TV, and we think that because we see celebrities happy all the time on TV, behind closed doors, they go through the same relationship problems that we go through. So you got to understand that nobody's perfect. Everybody's going to make mistakes, of course, but you know, a good relationship to me takes a lot of forgiveness, Steve.
Oh yeah. We do make mistakes. We do tie ourselves in the wrong things, and that's the maturity too. Like if you're able to forgive your partner and just move on, and then have a way stronger bond, a more significant bond, then it's all for it. Let me ask you a question too. So once the news came out, like she left, how did you like adjust to it? Like did you start just focusing on yourself or?
Yeah, of course. See, the type of dude I am, I'm not gonna say like I don't care, I don't love. it's just the fact that I don't take that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying, deep to the heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I understand life and I chart it to the game. Like, it is what it is. Like, you know, it's plenty out here, and it's just a sign that she just want for me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? I don't want. I'm not looking for a girl that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, run when things get hard. I'm looking for somebody that's gonna be
Persistent.
strong. Yes, persistent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If we struggle, if we lose it, because you can have it all, you can leave somebody for somebody who has it all, and then they lose it all. And you can leave somebody who has nothing, and then they gain everything.
You build an empire.
You build an empire. So I don't really look at it, you know what I'm saying? I don't really take it too hard. And I just adjusted to it, man. Like, hey, it's your life, you know. If you're happy, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully she's getting treated right, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Right. And I actually did like the fact that you said you didn't really have, you did have feelings for it, but you didn't have hard feelings.
Yeah, I didn't know no hard feelings.
I greatly appreciate that, brother, because there are a million fish to the sea, and honestly, the better, the faster you, and the more time you put into yourself, your circle gets smaller, and therefore the ones who are really meant for you, they shine.
They shine. You see them clear as day. I'm starting to realize that.
Well, okay, so I'll be real too. Like, when it came to running away, that's something I struggled with. I think when it got hard for me, I didn't really have a lot of like long-term romantic relationships, and I think part of it is inexperience, or probably like not knowing, because I do consider myself an emotional dude, but not like in the sense of all like crying and stuff. Like, I have like a hard time like adjusting to it.
Yeah.
But then when I learned I can focus on the podcast, or I can focus on school, or just focus on anything that like distracts me, then I learned, it's no big deal. It'll eventually come. I wanted the time to focus on my hustles.
So, knowing you, Steve, I understand that, cause this guy's a very caring dude. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a stranger he just met or somebody he need for 10 years. Steve gonna get the same love. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just how he is, man. So, like, I understand what he's saying when he takes things. His emotions are intense, you know, when it comes to things. Things he cares about, relationships, friendships. You know, his feelings are, you know what I'm saying, intense towards things.
It's a part of me.
Yeah, it's a part of him, which isn't a bad thing, man. That's what makes Steve, man. Everybody loves Steve.
Stupid Steve.
Stupid Steve. Everybody loves Steve. You know, so if you are somebody like Steve, man, that has a strong feelings and a good heart, you know what I'm saying, for things that they really care about, don't look at that as a weakness or a negative, man. That's a positive. You know what I'm saying? Because people like that change the world. Because they see the good in everybody. They see like you know what I'm saying? They see the good in a lot of things, man. And they might know that, you know what I'm saying, they might know the situation is bad, but they always try to find a good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a positive.
Yeah.
That's something I actually do struggle with. When it came to my previous relationship, I always try to seek out the good. And I think too, not being too, like you said, caring is a good thing, but when you constantly put effort into everybody else, it emotionally drains somebody.
Yeah, it does.
It can poison literally like everything. But as far as that, what do you think of like premarital sex or any sex in like general? What do you think about that?
Well, I'm not really religious, so premarital sex doesn't really bother me. What bothers me is the sexual relations with more than one partner while being committed to one partner. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie, I've had sex. I've had a lot of sex, but I've tried not to have sex while I was committed in a relationship. You feel what I'm saying? If I was single, then hey, I was, you know what I'm saying, doing what I do, whatever.
Enjoying your time.
Yeah, enjoying my time. But as far as like being in a relationship and committed though, I'm not really for it. And I don't really care about the sex before marriage because like I feel like you have to know the sex is good before you marry her. Because if I put in this time, y'all, and then I marry this girl and the sex is trash, you know what I'm saying? And pussy's trash and everything like that, I'm stuck. So now what? The man is
Nah,
gonna cheat.
nah, I don't think he's stuck, brother. So I was following, you know, marriage, marriage first and then sex later. I think for some people, if they can do it, it's good. But I think the whole grasp of it is to try to bond with your partner mentally and emotionally, because
Become a
therefore,
friend, become a best
right,
friend. Yeah.
therefore, because if you have that emotional plane and your mental plane, everything else is going to amplify. Like what they say, your mind controls your body, mind over brawn, and that's the aspect that I see when it comes to that. But however, I didn't take that lane. I think I was forced onto my life because how my family is. They're not super religious, but they follow the word.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I sort of regret it, but at the same time, I don't, because, like you said, I was able to learn from it and see how things, be realistic about it, and therefore I can understand when to like stop and then when to like go. Like when I see a worthy woman who I think is going to be good for my time, not just physically but mentally and emotionally or spiritually or whatever, socially, then I think it's going to work out in the end. But when it comes to like sex with, just multiple partners, I think for me, I think that's kind of dangerous because
You don't really know who they're having sex with. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Because
and
if they're having sex with you without like a relationship, then they can be doing the same thing
right,
with this guy and this
right,
guy and then, yeah.
right. But it's just that too. Like it's all about energy. Like we're all beings. We all what's it called, emit energy, and I think sex is supposed to be meant for like love. Like you just have positive, and then bam, it just amplifies. But with that, if you just meet somebody you barely knew, it's something. This is something that I had to learn. It's not something that I respect your opinion, but it's something that I learned. I think if you find somebody and you have negative energy with, and you have that positive energy, it just like goes flip flop. Like not necessarily saying that person will gain the positive energy, but you might be attracting negative energy that might make you worse or something, or it might make you inhumane or something. You get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Okay, cool. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh, my thoughts on like, to reiterate on what he said, like, yeah, sex is supposed to be powerful, it's supposed to be special or whatever like that, and it's a shame that the society has turned sex into like a norm.
Right. Actually, I was going to say that.
Yeah,
Too.
and into a norm, like, okay, it's okay to have sex every day, all night, all day. It's okay to have sex with her and her and her. It's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? We see it on TV, we see it on social media. So they already have poisoned
They try to
us.
brainwash.
Yeah, they already have brainwashed us into it, you know what I'm saying? But sex, like he said, sex is supposed to be special. It is supposed to be like, you know, built up energy, built up love. Like Steve said, like throughout the years before, maybe y'all got together in high school, and y'all been dating ever since, till she got to like 21, 22, and then you finally asked to marry her, and that love, that energy, that lust has been built up. And then I feel like once you marry her, then you're supposed to have sex. You know what I'm saying? That's the ideal. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't believe in it,
Right.
I feel like that is how it's supposed to be. I just don't believe in it because I can't wait that long.
Well, at least you're honest.
I'm on.
Yeah, I respect that. Like, and that's the thing. Like, we don't have to like agree with opinions. It actually makes the relation, or not the relationship, the conversation even more meaningful because you're honest with your word. I'm honest with my word. But what we're trying to say is just keep in mind of the things that can come across you during those situations, because it could end badly, it could end good, but as long as you have the knowledge to understand the flow and what you're up against, and it'll be better for you to adapt and go through the situations. But enough about that. So whenever what do you think as but not to get away from the women? What do you think as men? Now, as men, we can do because we as men
We started. We're the grounding, grounding rod, so to say. Okay, I think as men, what we can do, men, to make this generation better and to make our women better for the future, we have to focus on ourselves first. That's the only way you're gonna stop cheating. That's the only way you're gonna stop trying to find this and that. If we focus on ourselves and ground ourselves, and you know yourself, you absolutely know what you want. So you can actually tell a girl, off the gate, hey, right now, no relationship. But I feel like some men, and I'm guilty too, I wasn't grounded. Like, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was looking for. So I had multiple women.
You didn't have self-love.
I didn't have self-love, so.
You couldn't stand being alone, I guess?
I could stand being alone, but I just felt like I just needed a girl. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't want a girl.
Yeah, I didn't want a girl. I just felt like I needed to have a girl, around.
Part of that, I think, is experience too, like how you're talking about. I think when actually, let me ask you this: did this happen when you were young, like high school, maybe early?
This happened in high
20s?
school, early 20s. I was in one committed relationship, but other than that, when I was in the military, early 20s, I was just, I wasn't grounded. I didn't know who I was. I wasn't trying to, focus on myself. I was just focused on partying and being with different women and experiencing different women instead of finding myself first, so I know exactly what woman I want. Because now I wasted so much time with women.
Here it is, y'all.
Like my past relationship, the relationship before that. Even though they gave me good learning experiences, it still wasted time. You feel what I'm saying? It's still wasted time. It's still wasted energy that I put in, wasted money. You know what I'm saying? So, men, focus on yourself. It can save you a lot of money. It save you a lot of time if you just focus on yourself first. And then once you learn yourself and learn exactly what you like and what you don't like and like what kind of girl you want,
life will be easier.
Life will be easier. You feel what I'm saying? Not saying you're not gonna go through struggles, but life will be so much easier to the fact that you won't get your heart broken and you won't waste time. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. So, let me ask you another question too. So, how do you think? Like you said, so when we're focused on ourselves, how do you think we can improve ourselves? Like,
to improve ourselves, I think we need to.
Like, give me some examples. Like, what would you do maybe? Like, so these men can take it and maybe apply it in their own lives.
So I'm gonna say this. I know for a fact that the number one reason men are broke is because they focus on women and girls. And it's sad, but it's true. Like, it's sad, but it's true. Like, that's the number one reason to me. That's not in all cases, but the number one reason why men are broke is because they focused on women.
I can test. I didn't focus too hard, but I can test that.
And I feel like, men, if we just focus on ourselves, our capability, because we're naturally, physically, and we're smarter than. I'm not gonna say we're smarter than women.
We think different.
We think different. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we focus on ourselves, men can accomplish a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because we're so smart. We got it physically. You know what I'm saying? And just being men, we can get it easier. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if we just focus on ourselves, like, everything will go so much smoother, man. Because like I said, the number one reason men are broke is because they focus on women. They don't focus on their, you know what I'm saying, well, their mental health, spiritual, physical, none of that. All it's about is going out Friday through Sunday and trying to fuck the next girl. Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? They live Monday, they work Monday through Thursday just to party Friday and Saturday and fuck. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the way to live. They actually buckle down and really focus on their self and what they're trying to do. What do I want to accomplish? You know what I'm saying? And women are attracted to that. That's why I feel like the guys who've been in long relationships and healthy marriages and stuff like that, so you have to put your marriage first, but them guys put themselves
First,
first.
too. Yeah,
You know,
it's a
yes,
balance.
they it's a
Right.
balance. They built their empire. They built, maybe they have a business. Maybe they have a, maybe they're high ranking in their job. You know what I'm saying? They put themselves first, and the woman followed.
And
You know what I'm
she
saying?
learns from
And she
his
learned from
lessons.
him. So now she starts to put herself first and get her own business. You know what I'm saying? Be high ranking in her job. You feel what I'm saying? Me at all the same time, they're still focused on each other and what they got to do. But you know, the number one thing is they focus on themselves. Like, okay, I have to do this for myself in order for our relationship to be here. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I think about it, man. So
Well, I like that. I like that.
yeah.
You were spot on. But as far as you, just going away a little from the relationships and love, how did you, actually take that back, your mental, physical, and your spiritual health, right? How do you better yourself in your own terms? Like, what are some things that you do to get you out of the gutters, away from the drama? What gets you in your spotlight?
Well, what gets me in my spotlight, man, is being around and being around like-minded people, like Steve and some of my friends that I have. Just being around them, man, and just knowing that, cause I have a birthday in 9 days. I'm gonna be 25. So right now, I'm more focused on myself than anything, and I'm so happy that my I feel like everything is coming. I feel like everything is blossoming how it's supposed to be because I just got out of my past relationship, you know, and I'm finna be 25. So now I'm like, okay, enough of relationships. Let's focus on myself.
Right.
You know? Let's play basketball. Let's do what I love to do more. Let's play basketball for my physical health, stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? For spiritual, let's read more. Let's get on YouTube and let's listen to motivational speakers. I like listening to Malcolm X. I like listening to Louis Farrakhan. I like listening to people that motivate me. You know what I'm saying? As a black man, to do what I need to do to make it in this world where we're not supposed to make it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And emotionally, I'm just learning to just not wear my heart on the sleeve, like I told Steve earlier, not getting my feelings about things because it's life.
Not
man.
too personal.
Yeah, not too personal. Like I said, the situation with my ex, like, you know, I don't take it personal because she made a decision that she thought would benefit her, just like I would do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take it. I'm learning not to take everything personal, and when you do that, like, you
get
really can sleep
heartbroken.
good at night. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, my
Maybe-
bad. I thought you were talking about taking things
Yeah,
personal.
that too. Like, no heartbreak. You sleep good at night. Maybe a stranger cussed you out. You know, don't take it personal. They probably had a bad day. So I'm not gonna think about it no more. I'm gonna leave it in the past. You know. So
Okay, well, so this is a conversation that we had individually, but I will bring this up. There's a dream of yours, an aspect, a little cloud in your mind about a car detail business. You think that'll be a way for you to definitely get yourself out there?
yeah, right now I'm working. But when I get my finances right, when I save enough money, I know exactly how much I need to start and what I need to get. Once I've reached that goal, then that's something I want to start. The goal for you all is to always be a business owner of some type. You know, you can work a job, but always have some type
Outside 9 to 5.
yes,
Right.
that's yours. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll make you feel better. And on top of that we live in a society where you need
Extra
at least
cash.
2-3 income. So
You need extra cash.
you
yo.
need extra cash. Like, it's a must, or you're gonna be paycheck to
Struggling.
paycheck, struggling.
Exactly.
You know, so everybody should have that business mentality. But as far as the car detailing business, it's something I always wanted to do. And alongside with the marijuana business, Steve knows it's gonna go hand in hand. Khalif's vision is not just gonna be one thing; it's gonna be multiple things. You know,
I
what
like
I'm
how
saying? We gotta be in all kind of fields, man. We're gonna be in a car field where we detail and we're racing. You know what I'm saying? We're on a racing scene in Dallas. I gotta have a marijuana scene, of course. Everybody loves to smoke.
not me, boy.
Except Steve. I got all of that, man. Like, I got chefs. Like, Khalif's vision, I want to open up, you know what I'm saying, a restaurant, chain of restaurants, because I have chefs that have, I know chefs in Dallas, you know, that have recipes. And so yeah, man, just being business minded, man. Khalif's Vision coming real soon. Like I said, I'm working on this car detail business, marijuana industry. You know, I want to get in the food business. I got a lot of people with recipes that want to start their own restaurant, and I want to be able to help that can really cook. You know, family members and friends. So I'm just trying to just be open minded. You know, even though I don't have everything right now to get everything started, I'm just
Nobody does.
Nobody does.
Right.
You know, it's just
it starts somewhere.
It has to be in here. You know, so you have to think it. You know what I'm saying? And then when you finally get in position, you like, okay, I know exactly what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I actually do got a question too. So as far as the cooking and it being family oriented, would you like that? Could that honestly like turn into like maybe? Have you ever thought about doing a nonprofit with that?
Well, I have my uncle who has a successful barbecue business in Arlington, and I have my big cousin who has a successful food truck in Mesquite, Texas. So what I want to do is, they're both amazing. If you ever in Texas, you can visit Omar Barbecue in Arlington, Texas, and LDB's food truck in Mesquite. They set up all over the place. Good barbecue. I wanted to sort of merge that into Khalif's Vision one day if I have the opportunity, and make that a family thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it won't be called Khalif's Vision, but
There'll be something like tied.
it'll be something tied into it. You know, manage it somehow to where, cause it makes no sense to where you have two family members doing different things. I feel like if you're a family and you're both good at it, you merge it and you make an empire behind it. You know what I'm saying? You don't go do this thing. I got my own business. That's okay, but as family, you know, build generational wealth. Like that's what it's all about. It's not competition where my business is more successful than my cousins or my brothers. Like, nah. If y'all both are talented, find a way to merge it and really blow. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the ability to have your future generations prosper and even be in a better position than yourself. Hey, man, you got anything else for these young, old, ladies and gentlemen?
What I can say, you all, is stay focused on yourself. Continue to get better, man. Life is hard. You're going to go through ups and downs, but continue to get better and continue to work on yourself, man. And it's never too late. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's never too late.
Amen. People need to hear that. I think they think time is your greatest ally and your greatest enemy, but you can still, as long as you're consistent, like you said, you keep pushing, and time's going to be on your favor. But
just be patient.
Hey, I want to thank this brother again, Khalif, man, for showing to the B&B podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you definitely like this video, because this is a good dude. He's really solid. Feel free to comment. Feel free to have any inquiries. I'm always available. And stay tuned for Khalif Vision. That's going to be a big banner in Dallas, Texas with Khalif's Vision.
Next year, Khalif's Vision, man. Y'all going to hear it.
All right, peace.